Shall I just dive straight in, friends? Straight in.
Straight in, let's do it.
Welcome back to Pen and Prosper, a podcast where JT Lawrence is coaching me to be a six-figure author in real time, and we are putting it on the internet.
On the
um,
interwebs.
interwebs. Welcome back, JT. Um,
Thank you, Delport.
and as always, we want to send a huge big shout out to our paid subscribers. Vicky Tait, Monique Thatcher, Kimberly Grolnick, Jenn Mitchell, Connie Cisco, and Sheena Cundy. And we are so grateful to you guys because it makes us feel like we're really adding value and keeps us doing what we are doing. JT, do you want to tell the people how they are able
The
to
people.
tell
I will tell the people.
people how they can jump onto that support bandwagon?
Yes. Thank you so much, guys. And can I tell you how awesome it was to meet some of our paid subscribers in London? It was so amazing. I loved it. And other listeners too came up to me and they said, "Oh, send Delport our love," and it's so lovely
Oh,
to see you guys. It was so wonderful. So thank you for all the support, the paid subs, and the emotional support. And if you want to become a paid subscriber, you can support us on Substack,
okay.
and or you can follow us on YouTube, which will also be great because we are aiming to monetize the channel eventually.
We are batch content, batch better. We are
Batch
batching,
contenting.
batch contenting. We are batching content today. So we are still as at right now, 120
Yes.
subscribers, like we were ago. But hopefully by the next episode, we will have seen a surge because the people would have shown the other people who we are and what
Well,
we
please show your other people
are.
our
If the
videos.
people could show the people. Oh,
Delport, I wanted to tell you something. Because I thought that my bookshelf is quite boring because it always looks the same. So what I'm doing now is I'm putting the books that I'm currently reading um, on display. So I thought it would be fun because then we can look back like in a year later and say, "Oh, look, I was reading that then."
what? I'm
And
not.
Delport only has her books on display.
I think you put that there, but my rainfall, he put it there. Strategic placement. That is a good idea, except that
Mm, mm.
we are in July and I don't think I've read a book this year.
No, you're lying.
You know me, you
That
know
is an
how I am.
absolute lie.
Have I read a book?
Delport, no, there is no ways that that is true. I refuse to accept it.
Okay, and maybe one or two at the beginning of the year, but I'm definitely missing my reading.
What?
I'm working from 6 until 11. Like I've been working double days in one, and when
But
I
don't
started
you usually like read your height in books?
last year, I read my Martin books. Exactly. It's like chalk and cheese. Just goes to show you how hard she is working.
Well done, Delport. Well done. I must say, when I was writing Blood Magic and Cursebreaker, I was not reading. It was just too much. Yeah, I couldn't sit and do words all day and then read at night. No ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No time. A lot of the projects, we said this before, we said it again, a lot of the stuff that you've given me to do in that we've
Mm,
outlined are important
mm.
things, are project based, and once they're done, they're done. So for
Done, yeah.
example, doing the translations, everyone is another project because it's metadata and it's blurbs and it's keywords and it's setting up, and it's once it's done, it's done. It will come a time where I'll wake up, check ads, do some writing,
Mm.
things will calm down. But for right now, yeah, we in the trenches, friend. We are in the
But
trenches.
just remember that there is no finish line.
Yeah. Yeah.
And pushing yourself too much will be bad for everyone, including your career. And it is important, even now when things are feeling so hectic, because guess what? I don't think it's going to get less hectic. I don't think it will. It hasn't for me, and I don't think it will for you. There's always going to be a mountain of stuff to do.
Yeah.
And so just keep that in mind. And if you can, don't work on Sundays. Just do not work.
So we were away at the MP. As I told you, my husband rode MP. I was so proud of him. Sure, what a grueling race. But we were in the mountains. I barely checked my laptop at all, and that was three
Mm,
days.
mm.
And I think I had my best 3 days ever in Italy. So I think
There
we
we go.
could actually not check. Um,
Yeah.
but that was wonderful. Like I literally did nothing for 3 days. I think like kind of what you've done now with Sardinia. So, but yeah, play balance is definitely important. Just trying to get this backlist up,
I
particularly
know. I know.
translations. It's like you certainly didn't. set the bar low, Frank.
Okay, well, just try to take some time off and try and just read a little bit on a Sunday. It'll
I
it'll be
plan,
so worth it for you.
I plan to go day drinking after this episode.
Good. I wish I could join you.
I
I love a
know.
bit of day drinking.
Okay. All right. So we are here to discuss London. London.
London.
London. I'm so so I know you didn't attend as many talks as you did in Spain, but you obviously got to see a lot of really cool people, learn a lot of really cool things, get a lot of cool feedback. So
Hmm.
do you just want to dive us into London
Yeah,
and
yeah.
tell us how you spent your time? So you were there, what, 10 days ago? Was it?
Well, I was in Sardinia for 10 days, so it would have
Okay,
been
so
just a bit before that.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
since
yeah.
then you've had 10 days in Sardinia to
To
decompress.
basically forget everything I learned.
So welcome to our 7-minute podcast. I'll
Yeah, we're
take.
gonna keep this one super short.
Okay, let's dive in. What have you got for us?
Okay, so as I said before, one of the highlights was meeting listeners. It's so cool, so
Yeah.
so cool. So this one is actually going to be shorter than the follow-up one on London because, as you said, I didn't go to many talks because I was working.
But you're going to watch them online yesterday.
Yeah, so they're going to give me a digital ticket and then I get to watch all the talks online, which is actually going to be much better because I'm going to sit here and take notes and keep the podcast in mind and let you guys know the what I think is the important highlights in each talk, right? So that'll be really good. So that'll be coming up soon. I'm not sure when those tickets come out, but it'll be soon. They're usually very organized.
Okay.
In general, the conference was amazing, and most people I spoke to said it was better than it ever has been before.
Oh, wow.
And they're definitely doing it again next year. Remember, I was like, oh, I'm not sure if they're going to do it again next year because there was
Yes.
a lot of talk of them not doing it again last year. And I was like, I know that they didn't get the numbers they wanted on the first day. The second day sold out very, very quickly.
So they're definitely going ahead next year.
They're definitely going ahead next year, and everyone's quite excited because especially the second day, the workshop day, was amazing. Everyone loved it. So the first day was like the normal schedule that they always had before. So just like a whole day of talks, one after the other, like a normal conference would have. But then the second day was a workshop format. So they had 5 rooms with 5 different speakers and then and 5 sessions throughout the day. So you could go to whichever room you wanted. So if you wanted to learn about TikTok advertising first, you went to that room with Adam Beswick, and I think it was and anyway, it'll all come out when I do
When you
the
do that, yes.
thing, right. If you wanted to learn about Amazon ads, then that was a room you could go to. That's the room that I was in, introducing the Amazon ads expert. So that was the formula, and it just worked so well because some people even went to the same talk more than once. Because obviously each talk, even though the slides are the same, the presentation is the same, people had different questions and that kind of thing. So like it was so interesting because I listened to the same Amazon talk 4 times out of 5, and it was different every time. Obviously very similar, but it was different every time. And I also realized how many times you have to listen to something to actually get it in your brain. And
100%.
and I just think like I do every now and then I listen to a podcast more than once to get it in my head. But I think I must start doing that more often. And especially when when you're listening to a podcast and it just resonates so hard and you're like, yes, I must do this, I must do this. That kind of podcast, I'm going to listen to it 5 times.
Think of this podcast because you are live coaching me. It is geared to me. You are helping me. When I go back and listen again, I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. Or oh, I did
Mm.
like, so I think that's why I keep coming back to rewatch Ken and Prosper episodes because it's so relevant to everything I need to be doing.
Yeah,
And
even though
I'll listen and
you
I'll go, oh, I forgot about that.
yeah, even though you were in the original conversation
Yes.
and you spend time editing it, which takes
Yeah.
hours.
It still comes back. And I'm like, I think
Yeah,
because there's just so much being covered. Like we say, we keep saying this is such a dynamic landscape,
yeah,
ever changing, ever shifting, like
yeah,
learning. It's just like my brain often
yeah,
feels like it's just going to go. Pew. And I think
yeah.
you can only absorb that much, and then your brain says done. You
Yes.
come back to it, and you get a little bit more and a little bit more out of it every time.
Yeah, yeah. I thought that was so interesting because you just pick up different things all the time. And yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
like
so I
layered
definitely
learning.
yeah, that wasn't a conference lesson, but I definitely got that lesson from day 2.
And I do have a question. When you now that you are kind of doing you're in your like conference era,
Are you
I
finding
am. Hey, I'm
it's
in my conference
you're
era. I can
so in
feel
your
it.
conference era, friend? It's so cool. Are you finding it's a lot of the same crowd that are moving around?
Yes and no, because the civil
Okay.
conference was so small.
Okay.
Not really. But what was so wonderful about London this year is it was my second time and I'd been to Seville. So I was honestly going and seeing friends. So like when
Yes.
you go the first year, like I've got a bit of social anxiety and like you
Yes.
it was easier for me
The rickshaw video kind of puts that into perspective,
because
doesn't it? Hey, how many drunk authors can you fit on a rickshaw?
I know the answer to that.
It's my favorite video. You look
It was
like
a
you were having a
total
whale of a time.
it was a total highlight of
And
the trip for
everybody was looking for it was like, where in the world is Waldo? What was the lady's name everyone was looking for?
Amanda.
Amanda, where are you, Amanda? Everyone, where in the world is Amanda? That's all I could think after watching it. You might have to give it to me and I can play it at the end of this episode. I'll
Oh
just put
yes.
it on there so
Oh
that
yes.
the
All right. It turned out that we went to dinner. So I'm just writing rickshaw video, rickshaw video. On that third night, we went out for dinner and it was amazing and we laughed so much. Honestly, Delport, I woke up with sore ribs
oh
the next day.
man,
We
how cool
laughed
though.
so much. I was like making notes on my phone because it was so funny and like things that I must remember. Not author related, just like
Yes, just
super
stuff.
fun. And then like we were at this place and it just didn't close. Like we were still there at 3 a.m. And I was like, what are we doing? As soon as we start moving outside, it starts bucketing down with rain, like bucketing. And I'm wearing this like thin silk dress.
Of course you are.
And I'm like, oh my God, we're gonna need like an Uber or something. But then there were like still people there. So then my friend Gustavo sees the neon pink rickshaw. He's like, hey. So we like pile in there. There's only space for three people. So I had to sit on Lee's lap.
Not tonight.
Oh, it was so much fun. But like
But core memories, right? Core memories being made.
core memories. Yeah.
Core
When I'm on
memories.
my deathbed, I'm gonna
Yeah,
remember the
that
neon pink.
rickshaw.
Oh, and the driver was like blasting the music and like 3 a.m. in the
Oh, I
morning.
just had an image of you on your deathbed going, "There's Amanda."
Where are you, Amanda? Oh, it was so wonderful. And also
Okay.
because, like I live in North Berwick now, and it's a very quiet, I don't want to call it a boring town, but it's very quiet and everything's very safe and pretty. And there's no craziness happening here. There's no crazy fun happening here. And
Okay.
that is something I miss from our South African life because I have these friends in South Africa, Sue and Stu, who are these crazy fun people. And we used to get up to nonsense together. And like
Yes.
I don't have that here anymore. Like I have so
Yeah.
much more here than I had in South Africa in many ways, but I don't have that
Yes.
fun. And
Yeah.
for me, like that night was like that. And I haven't had that for years now because we've lived here for 2 years. And
Yeah.
it was so wonderful. Just completely let go and have fun. And you with people that we're also similar,
Mm.
authors, we're very different in lots of ways, but also similar in many ways. And we had such a nice, fun evening out. And it was just like
Oh
the air. It
man.
was amazing. I just loved it.
Oh, oh, that's so special. It is so special.
And now the people listening who want to know about all the London lessons, and I'm talking about
Your pink
this,
rickshaw and a
I'm
man.
taking the rickshaw. Anyway, one of the many reasons to visit London. Okay, so the first night I was there, Craig Martell invited a few of us out for dinner at the Slug and Lettuce in South Bank. So that was really, really nice. Spend some time with them.
Did you
Um,
give him the hug? Did you give
I
him the
did. Like
hug?
I was, oh,
Oh
he
well.
actually wasn't hugging. He wasn't hugging. I
Oh,
gave him a fist bump. I think, with his health issues, he tries not to shake hands and hug at conferences. So that was really nice. I mean, I didn't spend lots of time with him, but I got to sit next to him and just have a little chat. He's still writing like crazy. He's going to be moving to Spain. Like his life is awesome. So that was
oh,
great.
divine.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Then I spent the first day exploring London like I always do. I walked a lot of steps. I went to the Borough Market. And then that night we went to drinks at the Mad Hatter,
Okay.
which is the first like official SPS thing they SPS Live give what's her name? The person who organizes it a little budget for like food, and then you just go and have some drinks and meet the people that will be at the conference the next day.
Like the pre-drinks before the ball.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then I saw so many people that I knew from London before and Seville. So it was wonderful. I just had such a nice time there. I saw Siobhan Purcell, who is the organizer of the Ireland conference. And,
Okay.
you know, she was quite instrumental in getting me into the mastermind group. So that was really amazing.
Oh, divine.
Heather G. Harris, who's an urban fantasy author,
Oh,
who's
yes,
like,
I've heard of her. Yes.
she's doing so well. I met her in London last year. She's just doing so well, and she'll be in New Zealand at the mastermind. So that'll be cool to see her there again. Um, and then Connie Cisco, who's one of our paid subscribers.
Yes. Oh, was
I
she
got,
there?
yeah, I got to sit with her for a while. It was awesome.
Oh,
And then the Pen to Paycheck girls were there. Now, remember, they contacted us about maybe
yes,
doing
yes. A
podcast
collab.
collab. It's their names are Sam and Matilda. Their podcast is called Pen to Paycheck. So I apologized immediately about having such a similar name because if I had known that they had
Oh,
paycheck, I would never have gone like pen to anything on ours. But anyway, she was like, "No, don't worry about it. There's the creative pen, the OG, the da da da. So don't worry." So they were very nice about that. Stephen Aitchison, who is a Scottish urban fantasy author, he writes about witches.
okay.
Um, he is the nicest guy. I had such a great time meeting him. And we did that little TikTok video because he's good at TikTok. And that one video of his made, I wrote down the number. One video of his is responsible for £190,000 worth of sales.
Oh,
Sure.
oh,
But
wow.
you'll see the Mad Hatter pub in the background and it's very noisy and it's very hard to hear what he's saying. Also, his accent is quite strong.
Okay.
But I think if we can put it in the podcast and people or as a short on
Yes.
the channel, and I'll put it on the TikTok, the Pen and Prosper TikTok, and then they can just see what he has to say. But he's basically explaining the three main things that you should have
And your
in a
TikTok.
successful TikTok video.
Okay. Yeah, that would
Okay.
be super interesting. Fabulous.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Speaking of TikTok, while we're on that topic, and just to quickly interrupt, how is the TikTok shop going?
Sales on book one have slowed slightly, but there are people buying book two
Okay.
onwards, which
Oh,
I'm so glad.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so it's picked up. Just took them some time to get to it, maybe.
Yes, but
Okay.
I'm going to start leaning into TikTok this month because I don't have a lot of money to spend
Yes,
on ad.
ad spend.
So
Yes.
that might help it along,
Uptick
but
it. Yes. And is your US TikTok shop going?
there is no US TikTok shop.
Which is the one that's Shopify. Sorry, the
Oh,
US
that
Shopify.
yeah, Pierre, it's not going yet. The books have been printed. We're just going to proof them.
Okay.
We'll proof the first one, and
I feel like this
then
is taking a long time.
it does. It is taking a long time, yeah.
Is it,
It really,
was it always like this is it, you set out, it's a long haul, like a
I'm
long
not.
project?
Yeah,
Or
I think yeah. I mean, it's a 4 month onboarding process. They did say that up front. No, not
I
yet.
think
Yeah.
it'll probably be quite explosive when it happens. So I think it'll be instant. I don't think there'll be a slow build. It'll be like,
Well,
boom.
here's hoping, but you never know.
All right, back to SPS.
Okay, so that was the first night at the Mad Hatter. It was really fun. I was very proud of myself because I left at like 11 p.m. because I don't know if you know this about me, Delport, but I do not leave parties when I'm having
Do you
fun.
not? Are you
I'm
like the
the
last
worst.
one? Are you the lurker?
I
Are you like
am
that
the
one that
worst.
people care?
Yeah, Mike calls me glue.
Wow.
Mm, mm. No, I'll stay. If I'm having fun, I'll stay. I'm like, why do you want to leave when we're having fun? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Ah, so you're the party animal. Do you pick up your name on the way out? Do you just pick it up and then like, or does
Mhm.
Mike pick it up for you?
Mike picked it up. Okay, so
So
that
you
was the
went
first
home?
night.
Did
Went
Amanda
home.
go at the same time?
Amanda wasn't there, unfortunately. Okay, and
Okay.
the first day of the conference, my first job was to sign people in, which is awesome because you get to see everyone and you get to see
Okay.
all your mates that
Yes,
you
as they arrive.
it's a big conference, so you might go the whole conference without seeing people. Like
Okay.
there's one writer who actually was living in Edinburgh and she came to North Berwick and we met and we like went on a nice walk and a coffee date and I spoke about writing and I'd been like trying to give her pointers about publishing and that kind of thing. And now she's moved to London. So I said, I hope you come to the conference. And she was there. I saw her for like 10 seconds, unfortunately.
Okay.
But that is how things are. But the great thing
But were
about
you onboarding speakers or guests or
everyone,
everyone?
everyone.
Okay, okay,
It wasn't just me. There were like four of us sitting at a little
okay,
table and giving
okay,
out lanyards and using Reg Fox to check tickets and sign
okay,
people in. So it was really
okay,
great. So I basically saw everyone who came to
okay.
the conference. So that was really nice and nice to know who's there because then you know I must catch up with that person later and that kind of
Yes,
stuff. And
yes,
also nice because I knew a lot of people by name this time, whereas before I wouldn't have. So
yeah.
instead of having to like ask for their ticket, I'll just say, oh, like, hi, Heather, I'll just sign you in. And then I'll just like click on her
Okay.
name and sign in. So it was just really nice. Nice way to start the day. Say hello to
Yes.
people. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Then I only went to two talks that day because I was busy running around the next the doing like author wrangling and stuff, getting people to the green room, that kind of thing. But I went to the K-Lytics talk by Alex Newton and,
Okay.
and the talk by Mark Reclau. And I actually have a few slides, pictures of these slides on my phone. I'll put it on. I think I have put some on the TikTok,
Yes, you've put some on the
in across
TikTok.
the
Yes. So,
TikTok.
in case anybody doesn't know, so we do have a TikTok now. It's very hard to use this platform to put short things or images or so there is a
Yeah,
TikTok. It's pen.prosper, if I'm not wrong.
I think so.
At
Yeah,
pen.prosper on TikTok. And then there will be obviously it's really good. I think will be like a lot of little extra things going on there.
yeah, yeah. So I'll actually do that today because my plan was to post something like 3 times a day on TikTok, but of course that didn't happen. And now I've got all these pictures of slides and stuff. So I think I'm just going to put it
Okay.
all up there.
Just whack them up, yeah. And then because it's less about following and more just about having a place to put stuff that
Yeah,
we want to show here that we can't necessarily
exactly,
put there. Maybe you
exactly.
can put Amanda there, and everyone's gonna
Yes,
go for Amanda. Put Amanda on TikTok.
Amanda.
I'm not even gonna put it at the end of the video. Put it on TikTok.
Um, and then we went for drinks. And I feel like I've just cut out the whole conference day. And then there were more drinks, and then there were more drinks. No,
And
the thing is, I don't have much good
because you didn't
information.
attend the talks, but
Hasn't
no, but
attended
we're
talks.
gonna do a full. You're gonna do once you've watched them and you've used
Yes,
your digital ticket. You're going
yes,
to
I
do a
am.
full thing for us. So this is
Yes,
more
I am.
just about your experience of the conference than about what you
Yeah,
learned.
yeah, yeah. So we went for drinks at the top of this South Bank Centre thing where it has this amazing view, and it was really wonderful. And I got to speak to Inez Johnson, who I love. I love, love, love her. She's so full of energy. She's so amazing, and it was definitely one of my highlights meeting her.
Okay.
Um, Delport, you will love her. You will love her. Please look for podcasts where people interview her. She doesn't have her
Okay.
own podcast, even though she definitely should, but she's a writer. She doesn't want to talk about the stuff, she wants to write about the stuff. She's got a
Okay.
it's called Inez Writes. Or is it Inez? Oh wait, what is it? Inez Writes. Yeah.
As in
Inez Writes.
INES,
INES.
INEZ,
Yeah.
INES. Okay.
S. It's called inezwrites.substack.com.
Okay.
I spoke to her about being interviewed because I love her so much and she's so clever. And you know, like Joanna Penn wants you to have at least 40 episodes before you ask her on for an interview. I don't know if you knew
Okay.
that.
No.
So I asked Inez if she had a similar thing. She's like, no, not at all. She'll come on if we've got 2 subscribers or whatever. So
Oh,
yeah,
Devon.
she just loves giving back. She loves talking about this kind of stuff.
Okay.
She's amazing.
Oh,
Um,
wow. Okay, cool.
so we actually had a very interesting conversation about romance when we were having those drinks because she's like completely in romance landia. She's so good at like all those tropes. She used to be a TV writer.
Okay.
Before that, she was a teacher. She's got like 2 education degrees.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
yeah, she knows a lot, and there's a lot of stuff in her head, and she's got a lot of energy. She's amazing. So, what I wanted to tell you, apart from that, she's
Is that
happy
you
to.
went for drinks with her?
Well, I did.
Of course you did.
How do you think we had this awesome conversation?
Okay.
She she Oh yes, the talk we had was about consent, romance. The romance talk we had was about consent and how interesting it is, how it's changed over time. Like it used to be like a bodice ripper kind of thing in the old days,
Mm,
and now it's like hectic, dark, kidnapping and knife play, and like it's really
yeah.
interesting how things have changed. And we just spoke about it, and while when it came to like the kind of end of our conversation, and she had like realized a few things that she already knew, but she just like got more clarity on there. She was like, "Oh, thanks. I've just written my new Substack article,"
Oh
and
wow!
then it
And is
came
it
out.
out? Is it out?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
yeah,
gonna go
yeah,
look for it. Oh,
yeah. It came
cool.
out like a week later, and I was like, "Yes, that was it. Brilliant. She's so good."
Oh, okay.
Um,
I'm gonna go read that.
And just one interesting thing she said about consent and stuff, because I mean, it's just, isn't it interesting? Like DubCon, for people who don't know what that is, it's dubious consent. Isn't it
Yes.
interesting that we live in a time of Me Too, hashtag Me Too, and
Yeah.
yet DubCon is more popular than ever? And it's just an
In
interesting dynamic.
fiction, yes, where it's like, did she consent or didn't she? Like in real life, it's like it needs to be so clear.
Yeah,
If there's even um the sense of hesitation, never mind the vocal yes.
exactly,
You teach your sons like no, no, no. But then in fiction, it's
exactly.
like, maybe is
Yeah,
definitely a yes.
yeah.
Like what?
And isn't this interesting? Because we were talking about universal tropes before, and we are saying, like with 50 Shades, if you met that guy and he has all this trauma and he has all these issues, you'd be
And
like,
that
stay
room and all
away.
those toys.
Yes, like
Imagine,
go to your
imagine
therapist,
you went on a date with a guy and he took you home and he walked in and you saw
to
you're
a
like,
dungeon.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. This is how it ends.
It was super interesting. Yeah, so we just talked about that, and then also she was saying like in the old days, the whole thing of a bodice ripper was exactly that. It was dubcon. It was like in those
Yeah.
days, a woman was not allowed to say yes to sex. She
Okay,
was not
got
allowed to
you.
enjoy sex. She wasn't allowed to go out and look for, like, you are not allowed to even like the idea of sex. Someone has to rip
Yes.
the bodice off you and say, I will take you, no
Yes.
matter what you think. And then you're like, oh, okay, well, I guess I have to. You know what I
If
mean?
I must.
If I must, it goes against everything I believe in because I'm a Puritan,
Yes.
wholesome
Yes.
woman with ethics and morals. But, I don't have a choice because this
Okay.
monster is ripping my bodice. So yeah, anyway, so everyone can go and read that article if you're interested because
Okay. Yes.
she's a fountain of knowledge.
I'm definitely gonna go and read that. Thank you. I'm gonna subscribe to her on
Oh yeah, you
Substack.
must. Oh, you must. She writes so much. She puts out so much content. I don't know how she does it.
Okay.
Like she puts out more content than I can read. So I don't know how she writes it. And
Oh,
she writes so much. It's
I
amazing.
feel terrible. My newsletter subscribers and my Substack is nothing but just notes and laughing and joking with people.
Mhm.
Like there's no
Yeah.
actual content. It's the most frivolous Substack ever there was.
But we've got to choose our things,
Yeah.
like Inez isn't
Yeah.
doing a podcast and we are putting out
Yeah.
content and we're
True
writing
story,
well.
actually. Yes, we are.
So
We are doing these things.
I did find this software where I still need to have a proper look at it. But okay, this is what happened. I asked Grok, I said, I need an easy way to send out a weekly mailer to my readers because I suck so badly at it. And so I said, is there a way
Did
where
Grok say, you couldn't suck at anything? You're amazing.
you
But
are amazing?
did he compliment you before he helped?
No, he didn't. He didn't.
Oh, chat,
Yeah.
chat would never leave me hanging like
No, you're
that.
right.
You
You're right.
always give me a
No, I'm
compliment.
going to break up with Grok very soon.
Okay, right. What
Okay.
else have we got from London?
Okay, so day two was the workshop, what I explained earlier, how people could move into the different rooms. Some people watched two
Yes.
sessions twice. Sorry, some people watched the same session twice or three times to like really get it in their brain. Um, Also, like not the older authors there, the feeling I got with that they didn't really want to go into the TikTok session. It was like a bit too newfangled
Yes.
then. I heard quite a few people saying, I'm not going anywhere near that room." I just thought it was
Oh,
quite funny.
sweet. But that's
Um,
fine. They know where their strengths lie and where they
yeah,
don't.
exactly,
Like,
exactly. And the place where the second day was much swankier than the first day. The first day we go to the South Bank Centre, and the second day it's at Park Plaza, Westminster. And like you walk in there and you're like, oh, I feel like a little bit rich walking in here. And you expect there to be like champagne, and there were like beautiful treats and coffee, and like it's just a different level to the first day. First thing was definitely just a level up from the day
Okay.
before. And I think
Yes.
James and Catherine are gonna like kind of lean into that more next time because the feedback was so good. And how wonderful that there's a conference that is for that level of people. Because when I wrote my first book, I didn't have a conference to go to encourage me to write the next 5 books.
Yeah,
How amazing would that have been?
exactly. So
And
amazing
then
that there's a podcast on the internet telling you to keep going.
amazing.
Honestly, at this point, we should just be sainted.
What did you say the other day? We got a paid subscriber, and you're like, are we the Kardashians?
We're the Kardashians of the writing world. That's what it is. 100%. I'm gonna get my new face soon.
Oh yeah, awesome. Me too. I'm a bit late on the Botox. Okay. My job was to introduce the Amazon Ads expert. She's a senior account
Okay.
executive at Amazon Ads for Authors.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's really cool. Yeah, and so it's like funny because I thought I'd have to introduce her once, but actually it was 5 times because there were 5 sessions. So that was good
Okay.
practice for me. The rooms were very small though, so it wasn't intimidating at all. Like I thought
Okay.
that rooms would be a lot bigger, and I was a bit nervous to introduce, but they were small. Not I don't want to say tiny. They were the perfect size, but not intimidating.
So about how many people per talk?
I think there was space for, I would say, 40 people in each room.
Gotcha.
No
Okay.
more. 50, 60, 50.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And then the other talk I went to, because after I'd introduced the Amazon ads person for the fifth time, I just snuck out and went to one of the talks. And the one I went to is the scare mail guy, David Viergoots. I've mentioned him a few times on the
He the one
podcast.
that sends the
News,
letters, the
yeah, not the
yes.
newsletters, the letters.
The real letters by mail, yes.
Yeah. And I think I'm just fascinated by him because it's such an interesting business model, one that you
Yeah.
would never ever think that would work. And it's clearly working.
Yes.
That said, I did love his talk, but he did rub people up the wrong way for sure. Like he starts by criticizing Amazon a lot. He's like they do this to you, and you're just on this hamster wheel, and then you're only getting this much money, and he really like lays it on quite thick. And some
Okay.
people in the room are like, yeah, Amazon's taking advantage of us, but most of us make most of our money with
Money
Amazon.
on Amazon. You're like, okay, we get it, but this we're not changing. We're not going to start writing, letters to people in place of the billions of
Yeah, yeah.
KU page reads we get
So
every
his
day.
his message was basically think out the box. Don't think Amazon's the only way to go. Because for most people, Amazon is just exhausting. You just keep writing books. You can never put out enough content to feed the machine. You never make enough money. One launch goes badly, and then you fucked. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to drop the F-bomb there.
Then
Very good
welcome to
idea.
Pen
Always Amanda.
I feel like we
We
need a disclaimer in the beginning that A, we're not professionals and all of this is just our experience, right?
yes.
And that we apologize for any foul language. But do you know what? I'm real these days. I'm tired of being the author that everyone thinks I should be.
I love that, Delport. I love that for you. And can I tell you, a big part of it is being 45 or
Oh,
however
yeah.
old we are.
Yeah, yeah.
It's such
I'm
a big part of
45.
it. I've heard it from so many people. As soon as you start hitting perimenopause, it's
Yeah.
like all of a sudden you don't care what other people think as much.
No.
And I think we've both been people pleasers our whole lives. You more than me, I think.
Yeah.
But I'm at the stage now where I'm like, I actually don't give a damn.
If you
Like I'm
don't
gonna
like
live.
it, don't look.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna live my life the way I want to live it, and
Yeah.
and you come along or don't come along. The wonderful
Yeah.
thing about podcasts is that if you don't like a podcast, then you just stop listening to it. It's not like
Exactly.
you leave ugly reviews or anything. You just like,
Yeah.
oh, that's not really my
It's
thing,
not
and
for
then
me. Yeah.
you go to a podcast that is your thing. Like I start and pause my podcast things all the time because I move on. I feel like I outgrow certain podcasts. And
Yeah.
how wonderful is that you can like self-select like that, the things that you really want to hear and that you want to learn.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think it's really great that we can just be who we are. And I remember we were both very cautious about saying anything about AI because we don't want to turn people off. We don't want to make people
Mm.
angry. But the truth is AI is here to stay, and as we always try to use it
And the truth
ethically.
is we're using it. And if you're watching this podcast and you want to learn from us, I'm going to say us, but I mean you.
Of course it's us.
A part of that learning is that you're going to advocate that they use it. So if you don't like it, this is not the podcast for you.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Okay, but I am kind of finished with London.
Thank God.
I didn't even know how I was going to get through that. But like there was no information really.
Yes. I'm now going day drink.
Yes.
I love how I say that with such thing, but I actually theoretically only have like 1 hour and 3 minutes to do that, and then I got to be back for my kid.
Oh no, come on, Delport, make a plan.
No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, so that was London, SPS. I can't wait for the when are you planning on listening to the actual talks, all the talks?
As soon as possible. I just don't know when the digital ticket's going to be available.
So that's us. We are done.
Okay. Thanks, Delport.
Hallelujah. Friend, have a beautiful, beautiful day. You're behind me, aren't you? So you what, lunchtime now?
Yeah, it's 1:20.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, have a beautiful afternoon and a lovely weekend. Are you just resting? Are you recovering?
No, I'm working full speed ahead.
All right.
Okay.
My friend, well, have a beautiful weekend and I will see you in the next episode.
Okay, see you then.
Okay, bye. Ellie, do you know what my highlights of your Sardinia trip was? Try and take a guess.
I don't know.
It was your hair on top of that building.
video.
It was crazy.
How cool was that? Oh,
Amanda, where are you?
So cool.
Say it again. I think it's
Amanda, we miss you.
Hi, Amanda.